Okay, so this is how it happens for me. With me. Yesterday, I felt like I got a lot done. I made a list for myself. Yesterday was my working on the business day. So anything administrative for my personal life, for making money, whatever. There it is. Mondays, work on the business. So I got a couple things done yesterday. Once I got going, and I ended up going to bed feeling pretty good about it. And then today, Tuesday is. This is Noelle. Hey Noelle, she's 19. And then today was basically house and home family day. So I had planned on doing housekeeping, and I had rabbits to process today. I was listening to a podcast while I was processing rabbits, because I really didn't want to process rabbits, and listening to a podcast helps me stick with it. It also slows me down when I'm listening, when I'm focusing on what people are saying. It slows me down. And I also wanted to do food prep for myself. The rabbits are for the cats and the dog. So I also wanted to do food prep for myself. And I was meeting a friend tonight for a movie night. And I said that I would be there around 6:30. And so I kept that appointment basically. And all I got done was processing the rabbit. And did I do all of my food prep? I did do all of the food prep I had intended to. However, now that I'm not going to be eating smoothies, some of that food prep I don't know what I'm going to do with. I'll figure something out. But anyway, so this is what I came home to. All of my dishes that did not get done because I went to meet my friend at pretty much the time I said I would. I can't tell if this is in frame. So yeah, all of these dishes need to be done. And I haven't put the grinder away. Normally I keep a cover on it like this, because I have some cats who urine mark. And so I cover my valuable appliances with plastic totes to protect them. It is 11:30 now at night. In the wonderful appointment book page that I made for myself yesterday, I'm estimating going to bed at 10:30. If I get in bed by 10:30 and get up, set my alarm for 6:30, then by 7:30, I'm assuming I should be fairly well rested. And so already I'm late because of a myriad of things. And I am not going to do this tonight. So either I do the dishes tonight and go to bed way later and still wake up by 9 o'clock at the latest, so I get less sleep, or I go to bed, don't do the dishes, and do them tomorrow when I'm supposed to be working on the organization. And it's not just the dishes. I didn't get the vacuuming done. I think I did a load of laundry. I still have not put away laundry that I did the last time that I did laundry. Don't remember what day that was. Anyway, so typically, as this happens with me, as each day snowballs into the next day with fewer and fewer tasks from the first day completed, I end up just giving it all up. I get overwhelmed and frustrated and discouraged and just feeling bad about myself, feeling like a failure. I'm determined to not do that this time. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. That I just said, that came out of my mouth. I'm determined to not let that happen this time. I don't want it to happen. I want to persevere. I like having one day designated for certain things, like Monday is administrative type stuff. Tuesday is housekeeping and food prep. Basically that. Take Timmy for a walk. Wednesday is working on the organization. I like having big chunks like that. But when I get behind like this, and I know that's just an opinion, when I don't get the tasks done that I intend to complete in a day, then they get kicked off for a whole week until next week. And then it's like, it's going to be even bigger then. And I know this is all subjective. It's what I decide is incomplete. What I decide is not enough, having not accomplished enough in the day. It's so hard though. And knowing that this is a pattern of mine, I guess it should be encouraging because I recognize that it's a pattern, and maybe that recognition will help me change it. I don't know. It's like the motto of my life is I just keep trying. I want to stop trying and feel like I'm succeeding. And that's not fair to me either to say that, because I'm not going to show you the whole house because I've got lights out and I just don't feel like it. My house doesn't look good. I have clutter. If you watched the video from a couple nights ago when the barn dance, yeah, when I was the night of the barn dance, I unknowingly showed some of my clutter, introducing you to Joni. And my point is, it's not fair to me to say, I don't even remember what I said. I know I've come a long way. I know I have. I know I have made progress. I have to keep reminding myself of how things were when I was growing up. And I don't just mean my parents and how they ran their home. My room was absolutely terrible. And I know there are probably plenty of people who would say kids' rooms are absolutely terrible, but that was my whole environment. It was very cluttered. The kitchen, it was unclean. And I have come so far from that, and I have to keep reminding myself of that. So I believe I can do that with these other things too. I guess because I don't know how it's going to happen, it makes me think that it's not going to happen, you know? And it won't happen if I don't keep trying. So I do have to keep trying if I want it to happen. Well, anyway, I guess I just gave myself a talking to. So anyway, I spent some time with a friend, which I needed to do for my health. I processed rabbits for my family, which is important to me. I did do some food prep for myself. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do differently about breakfast now. Now that I'm not eating smoothies. I've got mushrooms. I've got kale. I steamed kale today. I don't like cooked greens. I don't like them cooked. And I don't like kale as a salad. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll just have to figure something out. I guess I'll have omelets for breakfasts. Not tomorrow, because I already shopped for the week. I already spent my grocery allowance for the week. And it was... the bulk of the money was on fruit for smoothies. I mean, I can still eat the fruit. Anyway, I'm just rambling. So that was it. I'm just frustrated, and I'll get over it. I hope whatever you guys are pursuing, you feel like you're succeeding at, or learning to get there. Anyway, talk to you later. Good night.